Hello everyone, this is our sixth episode for Python beginner series. In this video, we are going to learn about Python tuples. In previous, we have already seen the list and the dictionaries. So let's start with our first slide. First of all, what are tuples? So tuples are nothing but immutable data types in Python, you can say, in which enclosed between this curly brackets, not curly brackets, sorry, enclosed between this circular brackets. It can be multiple data types or it can be mixed also. So this is how we define a empty tuple, and those values are comma separated. And remember one thing, in list we have seen that list was mutable, which can be changed, but in terms of tuples it is immutable, which can't be changed, but we can print the values and so on. So tuples can be written in this circular format, so a circular bracket inside also, or we can skip this bracket. It will also count as tuple. Now come to the next slide. Now we are going to see indexing and slicing in tuples. So we have already seen indexing and slicing in string and list. So like that only, the both topics or both terms are same in here also in tuples. So indexing work like same. It will assign a negative value from right to left, and the value for index from 0 to a number of elements from left to right. So this is how indexing works. And come to the slicing are also same. We can just print the subtuples, you can say. We can just print the value by using index, and we can just reverse by using the step value, and so on. Mainly in tuples we have these two main function methods like count and index. So count basically returns the frequency of the value, and the index basically returns the position of the value, first occurrence you can say. And this we have the side functions called len to find the length of the tuple. We have called max to find maximum value in it if it is a numeric data type tuple. We have minimum to minimum to find the value, and we have sum to find the sum of this tuple. Next we having this tuple packing. So what's a tuple packing? When we are say tuples are enclosed between this parenthesis, it can be not closed also. It means if you don't giving the parenthesis, just separating values by comma, it will also count as tuple. So this value and this value will be equal. So this first value and this value will be equal. So this is how our packing works. Packing means putting multiple values into one tuple, and parentheses are optional as we have already seen, and it's like comma separated values. So this is how packing works in tuples. So now we have tuple unpacking. So what's unpacking? Same as packing, it's opposite to that. Like if we are putting all the elements comma separated values into one tuple, unpacking is like separating those value in the different variables, you can say. Like in this example, the student is a tuple and it has three values: Rajesh, 20, CSE, means name, age, and then department or branch, you can say. So here I am taking three variables like name, age, branch, and stored those values into it. So in the first element will be stored here, the second element will be stored here, and the third element will be stored here. So this is how it works, unpacking. And you have to understand that for unpacking, the number of variables should be equal to number of elements in this. You can print those values by using this variables. So this is how our tuples unpacking works. This is tuples in loop, you can say. We just have to print the values. So we can print by using index, as we know. In list also we have seen this by using for loop. We can print by using while loop. We can print. So in this example we have for loop, then variable name in this tuple called skills. So we are printing the value. It will print the first value first, then second in the second iteration, then third in the third iteration, and at the end of the iteration it will print this last value. So this is how our loops in work in tuple. Now we have nested tuples. So nested tuples are nothing but a tuple inside the tuple. Let's say you have an example of student. If you want to store a data of that student or many students, you can just create one tuple, and inside that you can insert second tuple, or you can say another tuple of storing data, like containing name, age, might be class, like that values. In this example we have called name and marks. For second student it is name and marks, for third student also. So this is how we use the nested tuples to store the value. So for now we are going to see our code in VS Code. So let's come to the VS Code. Now we are going to code our tuples. First I am going to create one tuple, like student equals to, here I'm putting Rahul as name of the student, age is 20, and class is like CSC. So this three value I put in tuple. These are mixed data type, you can say. I can just print the value using this print inside that student. Now we have to run this code. Let's shift to that thing. Okay, let's see what's our output. So we got our whole what do you say, tuple as printed, like Rahul 20 and CSC. We can call by using index one variable, one element also. Like I want to print this 20 means age. So what's the index value of this? Like Rahul, for Rahul it's 0, for age, or you can say 20, it's 2. And just put at the value and that, and just run this one. We got CSC, sorry, it's 1. Now we can print the value. Here we got 20. You can do one thing also. If for Rahul I want to print that value, I can print 0 and just run this one. We got Rahul. So this is how our indexing works, and we can just slice or we can take sub tuple from here. Like from 0 I want to take this Rahul and this 20 value. So I have to give a value next to this 20, like CSC. What is the index of CSC? It's 2. So I have given 2. Now if I run this one, I will get Rahul and 20. Here we got Rahul and 20. If I want to reverse those values, I can just give this and this -1. It will be reversed automatically. Now let's see here. Oh, wait 1 minute. Okay, here we got a reversed value of this tuple. So this is how our like indexing and slicing works in tuple. So now we are going to see how unpacking and packing works in tuple. We have seen this example. Let's see how unpacking works in here. Let's say I haven't assigned this thing called parenthesis. Now I can just print this value, student. Now let's see what it will print. Here it's also printing tuple enclosed between this brackets. So by without parenthesis or with parenthesis, it will be same. Now let's print this value data type by using type function. Now let's see what's the type of this. Here it's tuple. So as we see, this is called unpacking. Sorry, this is called packing. We are putting these separate comma separated values in one tuple. And now come to unpacking. We can just enclose this thing in tuple first, or say parenthesis. Now I want to unpack this value. We can write like name, for I'm taking n, comma, for age I'm taking a, for branch I'm taking b, equals to student. Now if I print this like name hello. I'm going to print this message, hello, I am N, which means name, and my age is A. Age will be stored in A, and then let's format it first, and I am from B, means B variable in which the branch will be stored. Now we can print this value. Here we got an answer. So hello, I am Rahul and my age is 20 and I am from CSC. So instead of N, it's given Rahul, instead of A, 20, and instead of B, it's given CSC. So this is how our unpacking works. So far we have seen unpacking, packing, slicing, indexing. Now we are going to see how our nested tuples works. Let's say I have a student data. I want to store the two student data. At first I will assign one first student data, like his name will be Rahul and he will be like 20 age years, and here I will also from CSC branch. Now for second student, here I will be storing a second student data, which like wait 1 minute. Priya, so she's also 20 and she's from IT. Now I can just print this value by using print function. You will get these two tuples in it, like first print okay, let's print this value, we will get answer. So this is two tuples are printed inside the single tuple. So this is how our nested tuples works. If I want to print the specific Priya's age, then I can print like, at first I have to give the will be the index value for this tuple, second tuple. First is 0, then 1, and 1 for first. In second element, which is index value is 1, I have to print this first second element also. In this tuple I have to print this second value, means 0 and 1, second index. I have to, first index, like this. So I will get 20. Here I got 20. If I want to print this branch, I can give 2. I will get IT. So this is how our slicing works, or you can say index, and we have just printed the value inside this nested tuple. So for now we are going to see our methods in tuples. Let's say we have this example as tuple. If I want to print the value like for first occurrence of this 20, in which position it is occurred. So I have to give dot. We have one method called index. In that we just need to give our value. You can say what value I want to get the position. So I want position of this 20. I have given this 20. I just need to write this. Let's clear this out first. Sorry. Now if I print like this, I will get 1, because it is the 20 value is itself is at first index, like first for 0 it's Rahul and for 1 is 20. If I want to print the index value of CSC, I have to just give that value. Now run this one. Here we got 2. So this is how our index value works, and in same case we can get the count of the occurrence. Let's say the 20 value is repeated twice in the same tuple. Now I want the occurrence for that, means how many times it occur. So I will use the count this count method. Now I have to run. I will get the number of occurrence. Here it's appeared 2 times in the same thing. If I want for Rahul, now let's run. It's occurred 1 time. So this is how our count and index function work. Now let's see what happen if I want to take the this index value, means this position. Will it count twice, or will it give a single value? So for that we have to use index for 20. Now let's run this code. Probably we will get single value now. So as far we have seen, if I print a position for a value which appears twice, it will print the first occurrence of that value. At first it appears on first position, like on first index, and then it's appeared also on second index also, but it printed the first index because it is appeared at first. So by using this to print the position of the frequent value, it will print the first appearance of that value, that position. So this is how our methods work. We can also print length of this, you can say length of tuple. Let's see, here we got 4 because we have 4 values. So this is our some methods in it. We can also use the loops to run through by using index, like I'm using for like student in student. Now print student. It will print all the values inside this. Yeah, it printed Rahul, then 20, then again 20, then CSE. So this is loops in tuples. Now let's come to the slide. So as this far we have seen many things like tuples definition, comparative to this list, and then what are methods in tuple, what is packing and unpacking, nested tuples and loops in tuples. So these are some topics you have to understand and revise once again, and there will be an homework that you have to use packing and unpacking method to print name, age and a branch of the student. So this is our homework. So thank you for now. Next video will be about sets. So thank you once again.